My dear students, are these week objectives are: what is computer memory or storage? Primary memory and secondary memory. Difference between primary and secondary memory. Cache memory, main memory, RAM and ROM. What is the difference between RAM and ROM? Homework guide. From the homework, I remember one thing that I should make it clear for you, my dear students. In the previous classes, in the whole week, you had only one homework of computer science, but now in this week, it is different. It is like this, that right after each online class, you will have one homework, and you will right after the online class, you will receive your homework as well as the video lecture which you have attended in the class, just for revision. Then you will attempt your homework. Students, it's better if you will, as you receive your homework, watch the lecture again and then attempt your homework and submit it in the email addresses which that are assigned to you, so that you should not be confused with your other with your other homeworks, because day after that lecture you will have your new lecture, as well as for new lecture you will have your new homeworks. So if you will be late for your from your first homework, you will be confused and your homeworks will be mixed. Now let's move towards the first objective, that is storage. Students, what do you understand by the word storage? See, storage, we can say like this, that human brain stores data. Now, whatever I am saying, you are listening to me, and whatever the instructions and the informations I provide to you, you store it into your mind. It means that you have memory inside of your human brain. Each human brain has memory. God forbid if someone very well known to you comes in front of you and say that I don't know you, what's your name, then what do you feel? Obviously you will feel very sorry for that person, that you will think that he might has lost his memory. So in this way, if human brain without memory is not perfect or is not normal, computer or any digital device without computer memory will not function normally or will not function very well. Just like the human brain, the digital devices like computer, laptop, smartphones, these all need spaces to store the information and instruction. This storage space is called what? Computer memory. As we have learned each of the basic functions of the computer, input, output, and storage, that are accomplished in a specific electronic circuit. See students, input devices, you have learned that it is used to store data, it is used to take or get the data from the user. Output devices are used to show the result or the processed information um, as a output to the user. And storage devices are used to store the data. They are saying that these basic functions or these devices are specific electronic circuits. They are saying that storage is provided by the various storage units, and these storage units are called computer memory. What does it mean? It means that they are trying to say that storage devices, for example, USB flash memory, this is computer memory. Okay. Then memory is one of the main parts of a computer. Obviously, it is one of the main part of a computer. As I gave the example of a very well-known person of you comes in front of you and says that I don't know you. Who are you? What's your name? Then you will think, oh, you will feel sorry that he has lost his memory. In the same way, if computer system does not has memory, it means computer will not function very well. Computer memory is main part of the computer. We accept this. Computer memory together with the CPU is necessary for the functioning of a computer system. Obviously, computer memory is divided into two categories, primary memory and secondary memory. Till here, I think computer memory is clear with the example of human brain. That brain also has its memory. And for functioning of human brain, memory is very much necessary. In the same way, for functioning of a computer, memory plus CPU is very much necessary. Now let's move towards the towards the classification of computer memory. My dear students, you can see here that this is computer memory. Computer memory is an electronic circuit capable of storing information temporarily or permanently. Sometimes computer memory stores the data temporarily or permanently. It depends on the type of memory. Then computer memory is classified into primary and secondary. Primary memory you will learn in this week. In these week objectives you will only learn about primary memory and its parts, which consist of cache memory, main memory, RAM and ROM. Then the secondary memory, whatever will be about the secondary memory, its types, you will learn inshallah in the next week. So now, what is primary memory? Primary memory has directly access to processor, but secondary memory has indirect access to the processor. Primary memory is further classified into cache memory and main memory. Students, cache memory is the fastest type of memory, and main memory stores the data. Later, the processor fetches the data from the main memory and process it. Then, the main memory is further classified into RAM and ROM. RAM and ROM, inshallah, you will learn in the next class. Till now, the classification of the memory should be very much clear to you that the storage or computer memory is divided into primary and secondary. Then primary memory is divided into cache and main memory. Then main memory is divided into RAM and ROM. My dear students, from this architecture, from this map, uh, the connection between the memories is clear to you. See, here is CPU. CPU has connection with the primary memory. Sometimes data moves towards the primary memory and sometimes data comes from the primary memory to the CPU. And one more thing is here, cache memory. Okay, firstly I will explain CPU, which you have learned before as well, but I will give a revision, a recap of that. Then primary, then secondary, then cache. First come towards the CPU. As you know that the CPU has three basic components: ALU, CU, registry or registers. That is the same. ALU, arithmetic and logical units, which perform the arithmetic and logical operations. CU, which controls and manages the different components of the computer. Registry, which stores the data for the processing, the small amount of storage space. Then primary memory. Students, I told earlier, primary memory has direct access to the processor because it is closer to the CPU. But secondary memory has indirect access to the processor because it is a little bit far from the CPU in comparison to the primary memory. First, from the secondary memory, for example, here is your USB flash memory and here is your hard disk or RAM. These data or any picture, anything can be any text. It moves towards the primary memory, then it moves towards the CPU. It can access CPU indirectly. Then what is cache memory? Students, you see here that the cache memory is in between of CPU and primary memory. The cache memory is in between of the main memory and the in between of the processor and main memory. Okay. Cache memory is the fastest type of memory that acts as a buffer between the processor and the main memory. Cache memory stores the data so that it can easily accessed by the CPU. Cache memory stores the data that is used by the processor frequently, and this cache memory is very much expensive. It's the most expensive type of memory. For today's homework, these much objectives are enough. Now let's move towards your homework. Here is your homework, your worksheet of today. Dear students, first question of week 9, day 1 homework is, what is computer memory and draw its map. What is computer memory? See, first you will describe into 3 to 4 lines like this, that just like the human brain, the digital devices such as computer, laptop, smartphones need spaces to store the information and instructions. This storage space is called memory or computer memory. The computer memory is very much necessary for functioning of a computer system. Then you will draw its map. Its map is in the previously in the lecture. Now I have shown you that computer memory is firstly classified into primary and secondary. Then primary memory is classified into cache and main memory. Then main memory is classified into RAM and ROM. This is the map which you will draw after 3 to 4 lines description of the question. Then you will come towards the next question. Your today's homework consists of only 2 pages worksheet. Difference between primary and secondary memory. Primary memory has direct access to the processor, but secondary memory has indirect access to the processor. Since the primary memory is closer to the CPU in comparison to the secondary memory. Primary memory is main memory like RAM and ROM. Secondary memories are USB flash memory, DVD, CD, like this. What is cache memory? Okay. Cache memory, students, here like the question number 1. First you will write 3 to 4 lines descriptions, then you will draw the map of the cache memory. See, the answer will be like this, that the cache memory is the fastest type of memory. Description, yes, that acts as a buffer to store temporary data. Between the processor and main memory, it stores the data used by the CPU, so that the data stored in this cache memory can be easily accessed. It's the most expansive type of memory. Then you will draw the map. Let me show you the map of both questions. See question number 1 and question number 3. These both have map after 3 to 4 lines description, but here you will only describe. This is map of, this one is, this map is, you will draw this map into question number 1 after description, and this map you will draw in question number 3 after 3 to 4 lines description.